What would you describe your job as? What is your job description?
I always find it quite difficult to describe my job, and when I was doing my website, I had to think about how to sort of describe it in one line on the top. And so I thought of the fact that quite often when I'm explaining to people about what I do, I say, well, I wear many hats, but they're all green. And so that's what I've done on my website, and I found lots of pictures of green hats and have them floating around in different places on my web. And I think that's quite appropriate because it isn't just, in a way, my job cross-cuts into a lot of different areas. I mean, I do a lot of writing, and I've written 9 books on environmental issues. But I consider that my main job is advising companies on what they should be doing. So like a management consultant, but from a green perspective.
How do you reach out to the consumer? What methods do you use to kind of get in touch with the people who are on the other side of the business?
Well, I think it's really fascinating actually, because one of the challenges that I find in working with companies is that you've got several different approaches that they might take. So some companies are looking at what they can do that's going to most appeal to the green consumer, and a lot of people now are green. And so they might choose to do something that isn't actually the best green option, but it's what people think is the best green option. And so in that context, I personally, obviously I don't like that, so I try to encourage them to actually look at what the best green practice is and apply those principles to what they're doing. And so I sort of divide them into that category, and then the companies that actually work out what is the best green option and try and not only do that, but communicate to consumers and get consumers to start understanding what that option is. And that's much more challenging. So quite a lot of the work that I've been doing is focused on that, and particularly in the last year around packaging and carrier bags, where there's a huge amount of sort of misperceptions amongst consumers in terms of what is good compared to what is that actually would be a good way for it to go.